Hey everyone, don't mind my messy hair and room. We've been doing a lot of work around the house and the yard lately. So I wanted to touch base with you guys. I went to my first surgeon's appointment 2 days ago, and I am going to be going through Dr. Bags at the Richmond Kaiser. And he's awesome. He was really down to earth and just a great listener, and just gave me a lot of really good information and answered any questions that I had, even about himself personally, where he went to school and his background and things like that. So it was a really good experience. I went in and they weighed me, and I'm actually 4 pounds heavier than I was 2 months ago, and he wasn't happy about that, but that's kind of understanding PCOS, and that just happens. And he gave me some really good insight as to how weight gain works. The more weight you put on, your body basically stabilizes and gets accustomed to the new weight. And so, even if you were to feed your body less, it still necessarily wouldn't help you lose weight. So, it was really interesting to kind of hear that perspective. I had never heard that before. I still need to um, I guess, do my own research to see if I fully believe that. But anyway, so I went in 246, and he basically gave me a choice. He said, "Here are the two surgeries that we do here, and one is the gastric bypass, and one is the gastric sleeve. Which one do you want?" And it was really kind of weird to have somebody say, "Which surgery do you want?" Like almost as if it was an hors d'oeuvre or something. And so we talked about both, and I feel most comfortable with the gastric sleeve. The only downside with the sleeve is really the long term research out there. So there's not a lot, but I have been finding a lot of research when it comes to people who have stomach cancer, and they have to have part, if not all, of their stomach removed. And that goes back further than people who use it for weight loss. So I'm feeling like that's okay. He said that they're just not really sure about the hormone that's taken out, because there's that hormone, I don't know how it's pronounced, ghrelin or something like that. That is what makes you hungry, or, well, makes you feel hungry. And you will no longer have that with the gastric sleeve. So you're no longer going to feel hungry, which will be quite a surreal experience. Um, and then because as a result of having a smaller stomach, you can have an increase in heartburn. So most people are also on like a Pepsid or something for the rest of their life, along with their vitamins. So I kind of like that route better than the gastric bypass myself. I just feel that it's a lot more invasive to rework systems and reattach things and stuff like that. And for me personally, I'm choosing the sleeve. And he basically said, "Okay, so let's talk about how much weight I want you to lose." And he said my liver felt really good. He wants to do a few blood tests on me. One is the one that tests your blood sugars of the last 3 months. Um, H H1 hemoglobin C, I don't know, something like that. And then H pylori. And then there was another one, probably something to test the liver, something like that, because they want to make sure your liver is healthy, as healthy as it can be before surgery. And I was an excellent candidate for the surgery, and like it's expected to go really well, because I've already had abdominal surgery. I've had 2 C-sections, and I've had my appendix removed. So I survived those. That looked good. And my liver felt really good. And so he said that he just wants me to lose, he said, 6 pounds, just like that. He said, how about 6 pounds? And I said, "Why 6 pounds? Is it more of just a challenge to see if I can challenge myself?" And he said, "No." He said, "When you gain weight and lose weight, the very first place that you gain and lose is on your liver." And he said, "We just want to make sure that you lose a little bit of weight off of your liver if possible." So he just chose 6. And he said, "How long do you think it could take you to lose 6 pounds?" And I said, "I've lost 7 before in 2 weeks, and I virtually starved myself. I was hungry all day long. It was not fun, but I could do it." And he said, "Okay." He said, "So how about in 2 weeks you can come back, and we'll have your psychologist evaluation, and then we'll, if you've lost those 6 pounds, we'll book your surgery date." And I was like, wow. But I said, first of all, I have to wait a little bit longer, because I'm still nursing my son, And I told myself going into it, knowing that I was nursing him, that I will not have this surgery at the cost of him having to wean early. He's only 10 months. And so I thought, let's get me to a year. Let's get him to a year, basically, and we'll just go from there. So anyway, I'm still going to go back in 2 weeks for my psychology evaluation, and we will see what that says. And looks like my daughter's coming into the room.